Mirror, mirror on the wall, we are at presence at my fall. Don't you ever forget this moment. No more playing to lose. No more satisfied with life's circumstances. No more blaming others. No more blaming the government. No more blaming any man. Know how much I need to commit to myself. Know who I am and what I want to be. No more question marks. Time to submit to this practice. I'll never be the same again. I'll never see this version of me. Goodbye, my friend. From this day forward, I will adopt this mindset herein. You will blame yourself if you choose to be negative. You will blame yourself if you choose to be around negative people. You will blame yourself if you choose to let another relationship derail your winning journey. You will blame yourself if you choose to lose through your own fails. You know it drains your spirit when someone close to you bail. From this moment on, you will use this lonely place to move forward, to inspire you, to uplift you to a better place, a better space. You will take this scar tissue to greater heights, to victory. Starting now, you will be willing to learn from those that don't look like you or sound like you. You will be willing to listen to the voice of spirits that guide you. You will overcome from past failures and move into the future with hope. You will use this to inspire others, to change your family tree. You will conquer these baby steps and let it lead you to a brighter day. I'm sorry to my angels, my ancestors, my spirits for letting you down. From this moment on, it won't happen again. The next sign of light will be of me winning and dancing the night away with you. We've come too far to forget who we are. So let's take it to another level. Raise the bar. Only then can we toast to ancestor stars. Happy 2024, my K-2s. What you have just heard, guys, is the extended version. What I always tell you guys at the end of my videos to you. That's my extended version. That was my moment of truth, guys, in that mirror for 45 minutes that particular night back in 2015. A year and a half after I started my Dave Ramsey Total Money Makeover plan. 10 years ago, here I am now, starting 2024 with you guys. If you follow me, guys, I want that for you. I want that moment of truth for you. I want you to write that promissory note to yourself. You'll never go back again. You're going to move forward to change your family tree, right? To honor the people who came before you, to honor the people who laid down the ground that you're standing on right now for a brighter future for you. All right? I hope you guys have got to that point in your life. I wish you success in 2024, and I'm going to give you guys a special tribute to you and your wishes and your family. But before that, this video is about the 5 lies we tell ourselves, okay? The 5 lies that have been told to us by society, some of our family members maybe, and the culture we're living in. Money is hard to come by. The love of money is evil. Money don't make you happy. Money don't grow on trees. You can't take it with you. I'm going to tell you guys in this video why those are all lies or things we shouldn't be telling ourselves anymore. Okay? Stay with me, guys. Here's a special tribute to you and yours. Peace.
I'm wishing on a star to follow where you are. I'm wishing on a dream to follow what it means. I'm wishing on a star.
Well, welcome to 2024, my K-2s. Good to have you back. Look, I hope you guys have got to the point where you're going to use 2024 to your advantage, right? To put an emergency fund in place, attack that debt, build some wealth, go back and make that emergency fund bigger, right? And build some wealth, right? For you, your stress level, and your financial future, and your family tree, right? If you're new to the channel, I ask for you to share this information, share with someone that you love, care about, that you think that can benefit from this information long term. Here we are, K-2s, welcome back. Guys, I have shared with you before about some of my side projects, right? One of my side projects, guys, is I was working in the Dave Ramsey community, working on being a financial coach. I went through the Dave Ramsey Financial Coach Master Training classes. Now I've completed that, and now I'm officially a financial health coach. Guys, I've always helped some of you out there, some family members. I've helped co-workers with their finances. So in the heart of heart, I've always done this. Now it just makes it official. I have completed the Dave Ramsey Financial Coach Master Training course. And now I am officially, guys, a financial health coach. You'll see that updated on my Facebook page, Instagram, and I'll be looking to create a website and some other things as well. And you guys will find out more about that as we go along. But guys, look, I want to be able to, I created this channel back in 2020 during the pandemic to help people out there with hope, right? And so now I'm at this stage where I have, learned more about myself, my finances, how I grew up. I decoded my past. I learned how some of my money habits work and don't work. I create a budget. I attacked my debt, got out of debt, put a big emergency fund in place, and now I'm building wealth and doing some other great things. And hopefully I got some goals for 2024, guys, that we're going to expand on that more and more and more. But I lost my mother. Some of you guys, a lot of you guys know from my past video during my Dave Ramsey Total Money Makeover Plan. I explained to you and described to you how I lost my mother and what that process represented to me. Look, my mother was a great mother, a great single mother coming up in the hood, coming up on welfare. She got me through to adulthood, was a very loving mother, but she also was a very giving mother, right? She would give off her back to anybody that needed help. Her time, effort, and money. She didn't care. She was what I call a very sporadic giver. She saw something, she attacked it, she gave it, her time, effort, and money. And even though I built myself up to this point, guys, to a point where now I have a financial health coaching business, I don't want to look at it like that. Initially, right now, I want to be able to help as many people as I can, free of charge. So if you out there that need help, I'm going to put my information on here and down in the description box as well. You guys will see that. You're welcome to get a hold of me. I'm going to offer financial therapy, helping people. We talked about decoding the past, but also doing a personal assessment on themselves, how they grew up with money, how they feel about money coming up, and what's their relationship with money, right? We're going to talk about financial coaching you through establishing a budget, put a budget in place, being your accountability partner, helping you get out of debt, the follow through process. And also, of course, financial mentoring as well. You better follow me, what I do on a daily basis, that kind of thing. So all those three services I'll be able to offer you guys free of charge. If you guys need help, anybody need help. It doesn't do me any good, guys, to be sitting here out of debt, now building wealth. I can't reach back and help other people. So if you need any help, any questions, you can answer questions down below in the comment section, or you can reach out to me on Facebook or Gram. Guys, I'm going to talk today about the 5 lies that society and this culture and some of your family members have told you about money. right? I'm going to dispel those lies, or at least some things that don't need to be talked about again, particularly some of us that come from certain hoods, certain backgrounds, certain locations around the United States, right? The first one is money is hard to come by. Guys, look where we at. We profess to be in the greatest country on the planet, right? The greatest economic system on the planet, right? The capitalist system we're living in the United States, guys, and we're talking about money's hard to come by. Now, I'm one of these old school guys, right? Now, I can see coming up on welfare back in the 70s and 80s, and how I grew up. I'm going to date myself. Yeah, I'm one of the oldies guys that old school OGs that came up in the 70s and 80s when we grew up on welfare in the hood, all right? There was no cell phones, there was no internet, there was no fancy computers, none of that stuff you guys have nowadays, right? Some of you young fellas, right? That's how I grew up. So maybe back in the day, I can see saying, yeah, the money's hard to come by, and it may be more hard to come by then than it is now. But it was always available to us, guys. In this capitalist society, money was always available because we have the freedom. We've always had the freedom. When I came up during the 70s and 80s, we've always had the freedom of choice, the freedom to go out and get it, the freedom to not go out and get it, all right? I had the freedom as a 12-year-old to go to my grandfather. This is way back in the day when I was 12 years old. I would go to my grandfather in the summertime and get his lawnmower and go cut some grass and make money. I was always one of those kind of guys. I would always have money in my pocket, right? I would go to my grandfather in the wintertime, go get his shovels and go out and shovel some driveways to make some money. That was always available. So, and we've been taught, guys, this is the easy one right here. We've been taught throughout our time in school, elementary school, middle school, high school, college, that money, how to get money. That's the easy part, right? Particularly where we live in now. I don't want anybody to say that now, living in 2024 with the advent of the technology, right? Information age, computers, smartphones, right? The gig economy, right? Man, there's no excuses now. No one should be saying this now. In the United States, in this capitalist system now that we're living in, capitalism, guys, is based on people achieving something in their life, getting jobs, spending money on products and services out there to make companies grow. That's capitalism right there. And in a nutshell, for businesses to prosper, for companies to grow, right? The stock market and all those things that feed off this whole system, right? So the getting money and spending money is the easy part, right? We've all been taught that, right? We've all been taught how to get money and spend money, right? So we should never be saying money is hard to come by in this country. It's a big lie, right? Particularly in some of these depressed areas in the country, social economic areas in the country, we should never tell ourselves that, because you know why? It hinders us. It holds us back, right? That's a mindset shift, right, guys? Saying that to yourself, self-fulfilling prophecy that can hold you back. That's the easy part. Okay, guys, so here's one of the biggest lies about money, and that's money don't make me happy. Guys, we have to stop this mindset. We got to stop saying this to ourselves, right? Creates a self-fulfilling prophecy, a false mindset on money, right? What does that mean? Again, listen. 79% of the American population said they would be more happier if they had more money. And a survey from Duke University, guys, said 71% of the American public say they would be stressed out, right? With the lack of finances, they would be more stressed out, right? 79 and 76% of population say they are living paycheck to paycheck, right? These are actual polls, guys, actual American people. Some of you guys out there, right, have said these things, right? This is not a fallacy. This is not a falsehood. This is real stuff here, right? So, again, right, we clearly know that not having a piece of paper in our hand, right? That's what money is, guys. But what does it represent in your life? What can it do for your life, right? Why do we keep saying these things to ourselves, right? Saying that having money doesn't make you happier. Sure it does. It's a lie, okay? By who? some of your people, some of the people in culture, some society members, right? It's a lie, guys. I'm gonna tell you some examples of why having money in my life personally have made me happy, right? Guys, let me tell you something. Back in 2017, when I went debt free, I took 3 members of my family to the West Coast, right? 1,200 miles, over 1,200 miles to the West Coast, right? It's all expenses paid, right? Now, I'm not saying that to brag or boast. It's truth. It's fact. And how does that make me feel? Put yourself in my place. How does that make you feel by being able to do that? I come from welfare. I come from a poor background. Now, look at me. How I did that, right? How I got myself out of debt, put an emergency fund in place, built wealth, put money away for my trip in a sinking fund. So when the time came, I had the money to take 3 family members to the West Coast to celebrate my debt freedom, right? Paid for everything. And what did that do? It gave me a sense of empowerment, right? Talk about encouragement. Talk about peace, right? You can't buy that. Smile on my mom's face as we travel through the mountains of Montana, right? Into Washington State. The smile on her face, you can't buy that. And now my mom being gone, that was one of the greatest things I ever done to give back to her, right? Guys, that's what money did to me, right? It can do the same for you. So we have to stop telling ourselves this. Sure, it made me happy. It gave me a sense of empowerment and peace, right? Another way money has made me happier, guys, is that I can blow past my budget. I can spend and buy most things in stores, right? I gave that video before about how I came up and I got in, I was a young fella. My father was in my life at the time. He was there short term. I asked him for some shoes. I didn't get the shoes. And I promised some schoolmates in my high school, my teammates on my football team, I was gonna get these shoes, never got them, and how that made me feel. Now I can buy any damn shoe I want, right? How that gives me a sense of empowerment, right? Makes me happy. I can blow past my budget. Something I didn't even fathom even thinking about doing before I got out of debt. I didn't even know what that meant, right? Now I can blow past my budget and not have any repercussions, right? Another way, guys, that money has made me happy is that I can go up to complete strangers. During the Christmas time, I can seek out single mothers and give them money, right? Slide them 20, slide them 50, and not even think about it. It's part of my budget. It's part of my giving budget, right? And let me tell you something, guys, I have lower blood pressure. Enough said, right? Because the things I don't worry about, I can really guard against 50 to 75% of what life is going to throw at me, guys, by having my financial things in order. Having an emergency fund is huge. I'm going to tell you right now, it's huge. And the bigger that emergency fund gets, guys, the more peace you get, the more happiness you feel in your mindset, right? So throw all this away about what we've been taught and how culture gets that on their head about how having money don't make you happy. Well, having money, we've all been taught how to get money and spend money. So I don't want to hear this anymore about the money not making us happy. All right? So let's get rid of that.
Okay, guys, so getting away from the video for a moment, look, you have made a decision this moment to get out of debt. You have made a decision to alleviate the stress in your life, to change your financial life, to change your financial future, and to change your family tree, right? You learn about yourself and money, to put a budget in place and get out of debt. But before you put a budget in place, I would have you guys go do what I call a personal family property assessment. And what that means is that you want to establish some type of emergency fund, small emergency fund, when you're going through the debt process, starting the debt process, to safeguard yourself from things happening in life, right? Murphy's Law, right? But part of that emergency fund is going to be what I call a sinking fund. Some of you guys may find it helpful to put a sinking fund in place. Start early in the year and putting aside money for things that's going to happen down the road. And what that means is that, look, it could be things that you and your wife may want to do on Valentine's Day. It may be a doctor's appointment coming up for you guys, association fees, right? You have a medical appointment that you need to apply money to a copay. Are your kids in school? Do your kids have sporting events that you need to apply money to? Special events in school that you need to apply money to? Start putting that money in a sinking fund, either with your house, bank, whatever, credit union, whatever. Start putting away money now. It don't have to be a lot, $5, $10 here. And that money can be applied to those events that's going to happen down the road, right? Do a personal assessment, property assessment. Check your house, your car, your apartment, anything you need to apply money to. Put that money away now, all right? Start early. Don't let things happen to you. You happen to it. Your tires need to be replaced, right? Start right now putting the money away from those tires that need to be replaced, for example, right? All right, okay, guys. So there you go. Here you are, emergency fund, sinking fund. There you go. Let's get back to the video.
Okay, guys. So the next one is the love of money is evil. And let me tell you guys something. According to Forbes.com, 79% of the American population said that they would be more happier if they had more money. Where does this whole concept come from? Well, it has some, of course, biblical undertones to it. You'll see this sprinkled within the Bible. There's people who have a religious background. You guys I've heard this countless times, how searching in love and going from the love of money is the root of all evil. Guys, you may ask yourself, Kminustwo, well, where's the disconnect here? We take these sayings to the point where it affects our lives financially. Literally. In the Bible, you'll hear it said like this: some have wandered from their faith for the love of money and pierced themselves with many sorrows. Right? Something like that. Right? And different versions of that. Right? And I tell you guys, I'm gonna tell you guys what, they're having that type of mindset in 2024 will bring you sorrow, because in this country, it's all about making money. It's all about making money to enhance your dreams and goals, guys. All right. I've always said this. Yes, that it creates a sense of false mindset. Right. Particularly some of you young folks coming up. Right. I say this: if you have a wrong sense of the mindset, yeah, that's gonna sway you to a place you want to go, right? If you are out to beat someone over the head, kill someone, do all of what it takes to get money, of course that's gonna lead you in the wrong direction. I've always said, chasing paper, chasing that, just chasing money, guys, a piece of paper is not gonna get you far. Now, if you insert your goals, dreams, aspirations, your purpose, and to go out and get that money, for what? For what it can do for you, now you're on the right path. So don't get it twisted. I think you grew up in these religious families and you're carrying around a Bible everywhere you go, all right? You can get a false sense of twisted mindset, all right? Thinking literally that going after your money, it creates guilt and shame, right? For you young folks out there, don't think that way, okay? I'm gonna tell you right now, here's from Kminustwo, you don't have to think that way, right? Don't let anybody out there guilt and shame you for going out and getting your money on, go out and getting your loot on, go out and getting that bag, okay? Because into this society, guys, in 2024, it's all about getting that bag. Right? Don't feel any guilt and shame at all. This is part of the problem in this country, guys. You see the disconnect here? You see you see this side and that side, right? Bring together for yourself. If you feel like you have to go out and get it, I'm giving you the permission to go out and get your bag on, right? Because that's going to fuel your dreams and goals and aspirations, guys. And guess what? It's also going to fuel you getting out of debt. It's also going to fuel you changing your family tree. So, again, don't believe in the lie about money. Going after your money is the root of all evil. If you got the right mindset, guys, it ain't. Okay? You want to go this way or that way. There's two ways to go about it. Which one you want to go with, right? Okay, guys, so who has not ever heard of this saying, right? Money don't grow on trees, right? We've all heard that, right? Somewhere along the line. At least most of us have, right? Well, Captain Obvious, no shit. Money don't grow on trees, right? The actual dollars or $100 bills can't get plucked from the leaves of trees, obviously, right? But on this one, guys, I would say this. Of all the ones I'll talk about today, this one has the most level of truth to it. Because this is what we've been taught, when I was coming up at least, this is what parents would teach their kids about money. You heard the saying over and over again, because what does that mean, right? To teach kids that, look, if you want something out of life, you want money, right, for something, you have to go out and get it. You have to go out and earn it, okay? And I believe in that. I believe in that, particularly nowadays, we're in 2024, all right? What I call this is the lazy society. It's hard to find people to go out and work for what they want, right? It's a little different nowadays than it was back in the day. I think back in the day, you had to go out and really, before the advent of the technological boom we're in right now with the smartphones, enhanced computers and the internet and so forth and so on. We didn't have that back when I came up, right? Back in the 70s and 80s, right? Yeah, I'm dating myself. I was raised in the 70s and 80s, right? Where we didn't have none of this stuff. To go out and get money, you had to actually go out and work for it, right? I mean, really work for it, right? So it's changed now, but I still believe this concept applies today. But I believe that, look, it's like this right here, man. It's easy to make money today, guys. It's easy to make money today, right? So I think we should stop, particularly in America, where we are right now in 2024 with the advent of technology, smartphones, internet. The gig economy is booming in most cities across the United States. The gig economy, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Lyft, all these, working for Walmart, all of these gig economy jobs, guys, are booming in certain cities across the United States. Maybe not all, but I do know in the Midwest, it's on. It's booming, right? So you don't have to even go out and do what you used to do back in the day, which is go out and get a college degree and do this and do that, go up the corporate ladder to make your money to have this position. Look, hey man, it's open for everybody nowadays, more so than any time in our lifetime. So we really got to stop saying this. It's a detriment to some kids. Like for me, when I grew up on welfare back in the day in the 70s and 80s, right? To say this to a kid like me, right? What does that create? It creates a scarcity mindset. And guys, I grew up with a scarcity mindset, right? Even to this day, you guys heard my latest video on my Dave Ramsey Total Money Makeover update, right? I gave you guys an example of that. How when I went out and rented a car a couple months ago to go out of town, right? On that site, on the website, it asked me, do I want insurance for that particular day or those days I had the car? I said no. Why? I have no idea. That mindset, that scarcity mindset, $11 a day. What is that? I had that many times over in the bank, right? So what happened? I have the car, it gets stolen, okay? When I was out of town, I'm on the hook for the damages of the car. $4,000, guys. $4,000 versus $11 a day. Which one you want to have, right? I was on the hook for $4,000. That's that scarcity mindset. Yes, guys, where I am right now, financially, out of debt, building wealth, got an emergency fund in place for 9 months, but still, that scarcity mindset came back on me, didn't it? It came back on me, right? That's what I'm talking about. We have to stop saying these things to ourselves. It's going to hinder our financial future. It's going to hinder us getting out of debt, putting an emergency fund in place, and building wealth for the future, right? We got to get out of that type of mindset. Got to stop saying certain things. And this is one of them. Money don't grow on trees. Because in this country, guys, look, money's all around us, right? This is the greatest time to get money in the United States right now. Sure, we're going through some things in the economy, but you know what? This is the greatest time ever. So we have to stop telling ourselves these lies and stop telling ourselves these sayings to ourselves, right? Be careful what we put in our head, because what we put in our head, we tend to use that in our actions, in our behaviors, right? So we have to stop saying this to ourselves, guys. The biggest lie on money that we've heard before from family members, our culture we're living in, and society in general is you can't take it with you. This is the biggest lie. And I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to talk about how thinking about this literally can lead you in the wrong direction. It's going to lead you in the wrong direction of a falsehood, right? Of self-fulfilling prophecy, of a YOLO mindset, right? You only live once mindset. Stay with me. I mean, guys, look, the ancient Egyptians once thought that they can take their prized possessions with them, right? The loved ones buried, they thought they needed some of their stuff that they accumulated in their lifetime in the afterlife, right? They were buried with food, artifacts, jewelry, right? Household goods. Their family buried stuff with them even. And when they died, they added stuff onto the pile, right? That kind of thing, right? And I'm gonna talk about how I think the ancient Egyptians were onto something. Stay with me, right? The same people who mock the ancient Egyptians for doing this practice, right, are the same people who buried artifacts and stuff with their loved ones and brought flowers to the burial plot. So I call BS on that one, right? The same people who like to dog the ancient Egyptians did the same kind of practice or something similar, right? So I call BS on that one. But I'm gonna tell you, guys, I think the ancient Egyptians were onto something. Look, I know when I was coming up, I've heard this countless times, right? Countless times. And I've seen people say this to themselves when they go out and do something stupid, right? When they take this saying literally, right? I've heard people go out to, like, for example, I've heard people go out to the casino. I've overheard this in conversations. People go out to casino. They get intoxicated, have a good time, and blow past their budget, blow their paychecks out, gambling and having a good time, right? I actually heard these conversations about, oh, I blew my paycheck, right? Meanwhile, rent and mortgage is due next week, right? So it creates this kind of YOLO mindset where, oh, you only live once, right? You can't take it with you. You can't take it with you. How many times have I heard that? In the land of almost 80% of the population live paycheck to paycheck. Guys, you see the disconnect here? You see the problem now we have in this country, right? Great country, capitalism, making money, spending money on businesses, business making money, right? Prospering, businesses are growing, right? Keep feeding into it. We only live once, right? Can't take it with you. Meanwhile, next week, we're sitting back going, okay, I talked about in the last video, the welfare mentality. You sit back going, okay, what am I going to do now, right? We got to be very careful what we put in our mind. We got to be very careful what we say, right? Look, I think you can take it with you. Stay with me. When my mom, anybody know from my past videos, you know my mom just recently passed. But I believe in all my heart of hearts, when my mom passed away, she felt a peace of knowing that I was going to be okay. I grew up on welfare, as you guys know, okay? My mom struggled I see all her ups and downs she went through to get me to adulthood, right? Well, I think when she passed, she had a peace in her mind that I was going to be okay because she seen me, right, get my mind right with money. She seen me, analyze myself and get my relationship with money improved, because I found out knowledge about how to handle money and how to grow money. She's seen me attack my debt, get out of debt, build an emergency fund. She's seen me start building wealth when she passed away. That's the greatest gift I can give her, knowing that I've seen her struggle with welfare with me, right? And I had some medical issues when I was younger, okay? So guys, in that same light, I'm reaching out to the Black and brown community to tell you this. You grew up like I did, you grew up in the hood, you grew up on welfare like I did. Guys, if you do what I am doing, right? I created this video channel, guys, during the pandemic to give out hope, right? But I could not just give out hope. I had to be the example, okay? You can't just get up here and talk, right? Talk is cheap. You got to be in it to win it. You got to put in action and make those action steps enhance your life financially for the future and to change your family tree. Guess what, guys? That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. And I want you guys to follow me to do the same thing. It don't do me any good to sit here debt-free and building wealth. I can't get back to you guys. I want you guys to get on this boat. We can ride this boat forever. Guys, we can take it with us like the ancient Egyptians. No, not literally take it with us. That'd be stupid. No. We can't just take money and buy prized possessions with us, at least we know, to the afterlife. But we can take this with us. The thought process of knowing that these steps we put in today, yeah, we might not see it, but guess who's going to see it? Kids are not born yet in our life, in our family tree. They're going to see it. Great-grandkids, grandkids, great-great-grandkids, they're going to see it. Nieces and nephews down the road, they're going to see it. Their kids are going to see it, right? If we put these action steps in place right now, we can change our family tree. We can change our family dynamic, right? This is the greatest time, this is the greatest greatest wealth generation transfer in our history, guys, right here, right now, okay? There's no other time now, a better time to see this great wealth transfer happen than right now, right? So we can take it with us. What that means is that when we pass away, we have to get into our finances, we can make our family tree better down the road by what we do today, right? So it's a lie. We got to stop thinking this way. We can take it with us. And what that means is that we can get into the position with trust, wills, estate plans after we get our financial self in order, right? We put all those things in place as well and make sure that going forward, all of our families will have the financial footing they need to be successful down in the future, okay? This could happen. And what I just mentioned to you guys is the biggest difference between the wealthy and the non-wealthy in this country. That's one of the biggest secrets. That's one of the biggest things. Because guess what, guys? They plan their death. We don't. That's the biggest secret between the wealthy in this country, the have and have-nots, is that they plan down the road after they pass away, and we don't. Okay? So that's what we need to get to. That's the point we need to get to. And we can take it with us. We got to stop saying this to ourselves, right? Sure, we may not never see the fruits of our labor, but we're going to know when we pass away, guys, that peace of mind, we're going to know, just like our mom did, we're going to know that we did the right thing for our people going forward, okay? So there you guys have it. Those are the 5 lies or things we should not be telling ourselves anymore about money in 2024, guys. Look, there it is, guys. There it is. I've laid it out for you, okay? You guys have anything you need to want to talk to me about, anything you're having problems with, you're welcome to get a hold of me. Leave some comments down below, or I believe my Facebook and Gram for you guys on this site. You're welcome to reach out to me. Good. Again, guys, so everything I do right now at this point is going to be free of charge, helping people, giving out, volunteering my time, my effort. I don't have a lot of time. What I'm going to do right now is set aside some time for you guys who want to reach out to me. And I am already helping a few people already. But There you guys have it. Look, don't ever forget about, make this 2024 your year, guys. This is it, all right? Let me be the example, right? Look at me, the lead example for you guys. Come follow me, get on my boat. Let's ride together, okay? K-2s, let's make 24 your year, man, all right? Let's do it. If you're joining me for the first time, look, share this video with someone else that you care about. Let's make this year for you as well, okay? Again, we've come too far to forget who we are. So take to another level. Raise the bar. Only then can we toast to ancestor stars. Peace.